Hey friends, it's Lori. Welcome back to The Generous Poor, where we're saving smarter, spending intentionally, and pouring into a life we love. I can't believe it's January, the middle of January. I feel like it's like slow and fast and all of the things, but today is my January budget with me, number 3. And we're doing my cash and stuffing, sending the money back to the bank of credit card purchases that I made over the last week, and then setting up the week ahead. And this is one of those videos that feels less flashy, but is really, really important. It sets yourself kind of what I like about this week is it helps me look backwards and forwards to see what I have coming up and what I should expect. I mean, obviously life's, and you can't set yourself up for everything, but you can do what you can to make things less impactful in terms of unexpected expenses. So quick life update before we start. The septic is humming right along, which I'm deeply grateful for. And even though that crisis moment happened, I'm still keeping home maintenance front and center along with my month ahead and my emergency savings. It just settles me. It tells my nervous system we're okay, we're preparing. And that is the best feeling ever. So we also had a family dinner before my son went back to college. One of those moments that in the big picture feels really small, but isn't. Sitting around the table together, no rushing. It felt like such a treat. And it made me reflect afterwards about when I was a kid. Eating out was a big deal. It wasn't casual, it wasn't weekly. It was special and it was rare. And I was thinking about how with today's prices, my parents could never have taken all 6 of us out to dinner the way families sometimes appear to be doing now. The budget just didn't allow for that. And it brings me to my budget. And I'm struggling a little bit with groceries because prices are not coming down where I live, at least not in any noticeable way. And so if your grocery budget feels tight, frustrating, or kind of unruly, you're not imagining it. So we're adjusting in real time, which is bringing me to why I mentioned checking in with yourself every week, and why it's so important, because you could over 2 years be budgeting the same amount of money and buying the exact same things, and you're seeing that budget not stretch as far as it used to, and it's because prices are going up. And so those check-ins help you go, wait a minute, last week I paid, $6.99 a pound for something, and now it's $8.99 a pound. And it's nothing that you're doing wrong. It's just life. And so those check-ins help you sort of adjust things and move things around. Like right now I pulled back on, beef and items like that because it is so expensive. And so I'm kind of making up for it in different ways. So anyway, those check-ins are super important. Excuse me. And so, it just helps you, not 6 months later go, I spent $100 more every single month and I don't know why. It helps you sort of go, this is why the grocery prices have gone up, or, this, and it makes you sort of be flexible and intentional with your money. So anyway, I am done with that. Let's get into our cash and stuffing and send this money back to the bank. I used my planner, and I just want to show you what I've been doing is I keep this little spending tracker in my wallet planner. This is a planner that goes with me everywhere I go, and it has all of my things in it. I do still transfer things to my budget notebook, but I didn't this week. I keep my receipts. I keep a wallet tracker, which I keep in my wallet. I write down every time I spend anything on my credit cards, because until I pulled out my receipts, I forgot that a friend of mine went back to work last week, and I went to our little grocery store and I bought her a little thing of tulips, and I brought them over to her house because she'd gone back into the workforce after being out for over 20 years. And so I wanted to say, congratulations, week 1 is done. But I forgot about it until I looked at my receipt and I was like, oh my gosh, I spent $18 and I completely forgot about it. And so the spending tracker helps me not, it just helps me remember because I'm at the age where every little bit helps. So I'm going to put my wallet off to the side, and we are going to grab my overflow binder. I've taken all of my cash envelopes out of my wallet and I put them in my overflow binder because it's just easier when I do the unstuffing. So let's grab that. And this is great. So I downloaded this from Bare Budget, and when I went to print it out, I printed a large one, I printed a small one like this, and hole punched it, and now I have them everywhere. It's it's actually fabulous. So make these things work for you. So groceries is, I spent 127 plus 44, so that's 171, and I didn't grab any change this week, so I hope I have change. So 150, 60, 70, 1. So 150, 60, 71. Okay, so that's right. Actually, I'm going to grab, so I feel like I might need change. I might take this 50. 10, 20. No, I don't think I can do that. 150, 71. I might do 2 10s, take this back, and then do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is that right? Let me see. So I should have, let's make sure I have 171. 150, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 5, 6, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71. I do. Okay, whew. I'm like, I feel like I need to change, but I feel like I made that way more complicated than it needed to be. So we have $30 left over in groceries. That was crazy. I'm not. This is why I have my calculator out. Even like the simple math, I'm like, it throws me off $1 because mistakes happen. Okay, so spending is 17. So 10, 15, 16, and 17. So we have 17 right there. And then we have home is a 50, and it should be getting 30 back. Oh man, okay. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take this. Actually, I'll do 10, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's 30. So 30 going into home. Pearl is 30. She's our Siberian Husky. And I budget $30 a week for her every week. Dining out is my out and about category. So we should have 50, 65, 66, 67. So 50, 67. So that's right. Whew, we did it. Oh my God. Sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, because you know, you have what you have, and so sometimes you don't have the change. I'm going to take out 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to take out one of these 10s. Or I'm going to take out one of these 10s, and then I'm going to take out my 20 and grab this. I'm just kind of cash condensing as I go. I know, it's terrible that I just 20, 30. I may have messed that up. 10, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10. That's right. So it should be 30. Okay. Whew. Okay, so we're going to close that up. And then we're going to go into our Christmas. And Christmas is actually out of this binder. So I went and got some things that were on sale for Christmas. Some gift tags, things that were clearance. Gift tags, some new wrapping paper, things like that. And I spent $50. So I need to take $50 out of here. And I will actually update this tracker off camera. Oh, and then now, so that is 50 from Christmas. And then gifts. In this category, I think, so we're going to take out 18, but I only have 10, so 114. So we're going to keep the 100 in here. And I'm going to pull out $8 for my seasonal activities to just make this a round number. So 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we have $20 left in seasonal activities. And I'm going to put that right there. Whew. This stuff, I don't know why this stresses me out. I mean, when it works, it works. But when it doesn't work, you're like trying to find a, I mean, it's hard. Okay, so we have 50, 65, 66, 67. So we should, wait a minute, 68. 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 68 moving from my high yield savings account, 50, 65, 66, 67, 68. And then we should have 67 plus 17, 44. So we should have 315 over here. So we have 100, 200, 50, 70, 90. Wait a minute. Is that right? So 1, 2, 50, 70, 90, 305. So I think I need to take out $10 in all that weird grocery shenanigans. I think I put too much in there. I knew that was going to happen when I was trying to cash condense. I shouldn't do that. So let's count this again. So we have, let's see, 67 plus 17 plus 127 plus 30 plus 30 plus 50 plus 18. And then we did 68. So we should have 315. 1, 2, 50, 70, 90, 315. So that is correct. So, whew, we got there. We got there. Some weeks it's a little messier than other weeks. So we're going to put that right there. That is going to go back to the bank when I pull out our money after we do our, so we have 315. I just like to write this down back to the bank so that I know. And then I will put this back. I will clean this tracker off and then we'll put this right back in here. I always like to be prepared with this. So now this can go off to the side. And I'm going to put this right here. And then let me grab my cash planning sheet. So this is my budget binder. And I like to, I'll put this right here. So I like to go through my wallet. $250 is what I have been budgeting. Go like this, is what I reduced it to, and it's working a little bit. It's taking a little bit of creativity on my part, but I'm going to keep with that for now. So we've got $250, and then we are going to be budgeting $1,537 plus whatever I roll in my 50 envelope. So spending is going to get 75. Home, I'm dropping down, since the boys are all back at school and their apartments, I'm dropping that back down to 25. Out and about is going to get 75. Pearl gets her usual 30. Generosity is 10. And buffer is 25. That's just, so we've got 15, 37 minus. So we have $1,047 to work with. And we are going to go into our high priority. I'm still thinking about my out and about and not rolling that over every time I cash on stuff and kind of building that up over the month. But we'll figure that out. Month ahead is going to get 125, and I have 5 categories in my month ahead, so that is going to be 5 20s and 5 5s. Emergency fund is also going to get 125. I'll do the denominations after. Rainy day is going to get 20. Home maintenance. I mean, honestly, I should move home maintenance up before. Home maintenance is going to get 50. Yard and garden. The snow has finally melted here, but I have a sneaking suspicion it's going to snow today. It's supposed to snow today. Yikes. Okay, so health. I do 25 every single week because that's our copay for 5 of us, each person. House deposit I'm skipping. Travel and trips. It's 458. I'm going to bring that up to 500, so I'm going to round that number. Wellness is going to get 10. And, you know, sometimes you just put $5 here. You know, it's sometimes that's all you can do. And then, but that $5 over the course of the year really adds up. You know, it's as long as you show up, consistency really is key. Giving, I'm going to do 50. This Boston Marathon is going to be here before we know it. It's going to be here in April. And okay, now we're going to go into my celebrations and special events. So giving the boys 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to do 5. 1, 2, 3. Birthdays. We are celebrating my son's birthday soon. It has 200. And so he's going to come out here and we're going to go to dinner and do all of those things. So gifts. So we took out 10. We're going to put 10 more dollars in here. Celebrate. We're going to put 5. Celebrate, you know, we don't have an anniversary in here anymore. We don't have anything like that. And so that's sort of what this one is. I'm going to skip seasonal activities together. We're going to do 10. And then my holidays next and on deck. I merged all of my holidays together. So we're going to do 15. And this one is, I think, 5. So we'll do 5. And then Thanksgiving, we're going to do 5. I mean, it's so easy to skip these categories because it feels like it's far away. But if you just put $5 in, by the time this holiday rolls around, it's fully funded. And so Christmasmas is going to get 50. And that is going to do it for this binder. Okay. So we have 440. And so we have our 2026 binder, which is my games binder. That gets 150 every single week. We have my sinking funds game binder that gets 140. And then we have travel. That's going to get 50. Although I would love to bump this one up to 100. I'm going to try and figure out how to do that. And then my 5K and my 10K. Let's see what's next. It almost doesn't even matter what's next because I was designating 50 for this. If you see, and then 50 minus. Okay, so we have 50 for 10K, and then that's going to do it. It's like these, you know, sometimes people see these. This is from Budget with Iris, and you can see, you know, these denominations, 250, you know, different denominations, but there's an envelope in the beginning, and if you just only have $5, I put this tracker in here, you know, you only have $5 that week. Don't be afraid of these big challenges, these big binders, because it slowly adds up, and they're so fun to play in. But anyway, so now we are going to do my 50 envelope, and we are on week number 5. I'll pull this out. And so what I do is I roll a 50-sided die, and so this is for week number 5, and we're going to see what I get. We're going to see what I get. It's been really good to me. And so, and this came with a little notepad that I got for Christmas. And I was like, oh, isn't it weird how, I don't know about you guys, but if you started cash stuffing or doing things, now everything that you get turns into an accessory for your cash stuffing. That's what happened with this. It literally had a bunch of notepads in it. And I was like, okay, I could totally use this, because when I was rolling this last week, it just like rolled everywhere. And so anyway, I digress. Week number 5. 27. Okay, so 27. And I'm going to grab this. And I'm going to put this right here on my tracker. And this is from Bethany Budgets. Make the trackers work for you. This, I don't think that, she didn't know that I was going to make this. There was no intention. But I had this tracker from her, and I was like, well, that is perfect for my 50 envelopes. And so I did it. So let's see. So we have to do 27 for that. So now that is done. It's like, these weekly check-ins matter so much for me. I could not do these and just sort of go through my envelopes and start stuffing in the money. But for me, this is like having a trainer at the gym. Some days you're excited to show up. Some days you really don't want to, but you go anyway because you know how much better you'll feel after. And the trainer doesn't expect perfection. They expect you to show up and be consistent. And that's exactly how I feel about budgeting and cash stuffing. Some weeks are great. Some weeks are not so great. But over time, not overnight, the consistency starts to pay off. And that's the magic. It's not about squeezing every dollar until it hurts. It's about aligning your money in real life, where you want to, this big picture of where you see your money going. And that's me checking in with reality and saying, okay, how do I support this week and this month? And so that's what this does to me. It supports my life. It is honestly changed my relationship with money. I don't feel behind. I don't feel reactive. I feel steady. And even when things feel expensive or uncertain, like when our septic went out in December, I'm paying attention, and that's what matters. So anyway, okay, so let's go here. So we're going to do 2. I said 2 and I wrote 1. So we're going to do 2, 20, 30, 40, 50. And then this one we're going to do 50, 60, 70, 5. Home, I'm going to do 120, 15. This one I'm going to do 50, 60, 75. Pearl will get 30. Generosity is going to get 10. I love to do this because this is exactly how this makes it so when I go to cash stuff, I know exactly what's going into what envelope. This one can get 125 because it goes into one category. Rainy day just needs 120. Home maintenance is a 50. 10. Health is getting a 20 and a 5. Travel is going to get 2 20s and 2 1s. I don't generally like to do a whole bunch of 1s, but I'm bringing some of my categories up to an even number, and so that 42 needed to bring it up. 10, 10. Giving is going to get 50. Boys, each of them get 5, so I need to do 3. Birthdays is a 20 and a 5. 10, 5, 10, 10 and 5. 5, 5. Christmas is going to get a 50, and I took a 50 out already for those sale items. And then these I will do, these ones I'll do off camera because I need to do different denominations. And then this one's going to be a 50 and a 50. And then that is going to do it. I will do these off camera because these are my games binders and they take different denominations. But anyway, that is going to do it. If you are watching in real time, our January number 3 cash stuffing, I will be back tomorrow. And as always, we'll take it one step at a time. I mean, as you can see, this wasn't perfect. Sometimes there's a messy middle and you kind of make your way out. But you showed up and you did it. And that's what counts. So thank you for being with me here today. If you like this video, please subscribe. It really helps support the channel. But until next time, keep saving smarter, spending intentionally, and pouring into a life you love. I will see you tomorrow for January number 3 cash stuffing. Have a good night.